Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ralph here. So today I want to talk about why you should start a business. So if you're someone that has a 9-to-5 job and you don't like your job and you're trying to find a way out, and you probably thought about starting a business but you're afraid to get into it, I'm gonna share with you some reasons why you should start a business. All right, but before we begin, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Okay. All right. So the reasons why you should start a business. All right. The most important thing is control over your income. We all know with a 9-to-5 job, you either have a salary or you have an hourly income. And the thing is, with that hourly income or salary, you can only make so much money in a day. All right. So if you're someone that's trying to build wealth, one of the worst ways to do it is through a 9-to-5 job, because your income is limited. But with a business, your income is unlimited. Depending on the product or service that you're implementing, you can create the amount of money that you want. It's unlimited to the amount of people that you bring in as clients, or the demand for your product. All right. And depending on what kind of systems you put in place for your business, your income can increase 10x, 100x. It depends on what kind of effort that you put into it. But with a job, you're limited. Right? There's only so much you can do. There's only so many hours you can work in a day in order to create, get that income. So I think that's one of the biggest things, is being able to having control over your income, as opposed to a 9-to-5 where you're stuck basing on hour pay or salary. All right. So for the second reason why you should start a business, flexibility over your time. We all know that the most important asset is your time. All right. And if you have a 9-to-5 job, you got to be in there 9 to 5, and sometimes longer. And you have to get up at that time, so you have no control. And I'm sure when that clock is almost hitting 5 o'clock and there's like 5 minutes left, it was like the longest 5 minutes of your life. But with a business, you can decide when you want to start your business, and you can decide when you want to leave, when you want to clock out. So you have so much control. There's no one telling you how to do it. You're your own boss, and I think that's the most important thing. Is, especially for me, I hated people telling me what to do. I despised it. That was one of the other than freedom, that was one of the number one motivations for why I wanted to transition from a 9-to-5 job to a business, because I wanted to be able to create my own situation. I wanted to have the freedom to do what I want. And I think having a business allows me to do that. I can get up whenever I want, and I can decide when to stop working whenever I want. So I love that freedom. And I think if you're someone that's, Sunday night comes, you're like, damn, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why, one of the biggest motivators to why you should start a business. All right, so the third reason is tax write-offs. So we know when it comes to a 9-to-5 job, you ever get that paycheck? Whenever you get that paycheck, right, every 2 weeks, the first thing you look at is those. Obviously you look at that gross income, but then you look at the taxes that were taken out of. So right, so the thing with an employee, you get taxes taken out before you receive your check. When it comes to a business, taxes are taken after I earn my income. So I get my money first. All right. I have expenses, and I look at the expenses, and I can write off those expenses and then pay my taxes. All right. So I know a lot of people have, when tax times come, they're like, oh, I can't wait to get that refund. But the thing you don't understand is what you're doing with that refund is that whole time, when it comes time to get that refund, all you're doing is giving the government interest-free loan. When it comes to a business, I get to make all my money first and then pay taxes after. Of course, we all don't want to pay taxes, but this is how the society works, so we have to pay taxes. But for a business, I get to earn my income, I get to receive my income, and then come tax time, I get all my expenses together, and I can write off all these expenses, reducing my tax liability, therefore me paying less taxes. So I think that's one of the biggest benefits. All right, employee he has to pay taxes. That person has to pay taxes before they receive an income. A person that has a business, they get to pay taxes after they receive their income. So that's one of the biggest difference. Okay. The fourth thing is learning new skills. I know the one thing I noticed about when I had a 9-to-5 job was, obviously when you first start, you're learning something new, so it's exciting. You're like, all right, man, and it's a little stressful at the same time, because you're learning new systems, how to do your job, because you want to make sure you do a great job. But then it gets to a point where you're there long enough, man, you know exactly how this thing runs. So every day it's the same thing every day, and I know it gets to a point where you get bored. Right? I know we all had that feeling. We're at a job and it's like, boom, not learning anything new. It's like the same mundane thing every single day, and it's bored. You're not being challenged, and a lot of people need to be challenged, even though they say they like their job because they know exactly how to run it, but you're not learning anything. When it comes to a business, you constantly have to learn every day, because if you don't learn, there's always somebody else, another business that's looking to take you out. And you always have to have that mindset as a business. You have to run your business as if someone's trying to put you out of business. All right, so it's developing new skills, bringing in new tools, new systems to make sure your business is running very efficient. So I think that's the thing I love about business is that you're constantly learning, constantly challenging yourself, and you're constantly trying to find ways to improve your business so that you can make even more money. So I think like if you're someone that's tired of tired of being at your job and feel like you're not being used correctly, or you're just not feel like you're growing as an individual, and that's why some people leave their jobs, because they say, you know what, I'm looking for an opportunity where I can grow. But when you go to that next job, it's going to be the same thing. In the beginning, it's going to be cool because you're learning something new, but a year, 2, 3 years from now, it's going to be the same thing. So I think with a business is every single day, you're learning something new because you're building your business and making sure that it grows for years to come. All right, and for the fifth reason why you should start a business is because you get to help people. All right, so I think what people don't understand is in order to make money in your business, you have to help people. You have to find a need. You have to find a problem and create a solution. And I think that for businesses, I think the most gratifying thing is being able to help people. Depending on whatever type of business that you're in, is knowing that people are finding a benefit from the service or product that you're creating. So I think for a lot of people, if you're someone that really wants to make an impact on this society, on this world, creating a business is the best way to do it, because a business is finding a solution to a problem. All right. So, and depending on the type of business that you're in, it's one of the best feelings is knowing that you can help people. And not even with my businesses, it's even if I'm talking to someone about starting a business. All right. I like providing them with tools like, hey, read this book if you're trying to start a business or you're trying to get into the business that you have a passion about. I like being able to educate people on trying to go for what they want in life. So I think that's the biggest thing. Like having a business is interesting and unique because you get to help people in a way that a lot of people don't get a chance to. So those are the 5 reasons why I think you should start a business. So if you're afraid, if you're scared or you're nervous about starting a business, look at if you have a job, start it on the side so you don't have to just jump right into it. So you can get used to it, but you should definitely do it, especially if you're someone that feels like you're not being used correctly, or you just don't feel like you're getting the best out of yourself and you're not making an impact in this world. Start with something you're passionate about, and just jump into it, because starting a business is it's an exciting thing. It's nervous at first, but once you get it going, it's one of the best things. Being able to control your life, having the ability to build wealth for yourself, and it's almost like a baby. Right? And you want to, and as a baby, you want to nurture and you want to see it grow and you want to protect it. So if you're looking to start a business, I hope this helped you. I hope this information helped you in giving you motivation to do it. Get into it, educate yourself, and just jump into it. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and if you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. All right. On to the next one. Have a good one. Later.